Welcome back to Whatever Garage. In this episode, we're going to take this motor apart, re-grease it up, and put it back together. It's been sitting for probably over 15 years, but it's a fresh rebuild. Let's get started. Now, I got this motor from a friend of mine for free. He had it rebuilt, and it sat in a storage room at his parents' place for several years. And I guess they gave him an ultimatum to get rid of it because he gave it to me for free. Like I said, I've had it at least 15 years, and it was probably built a couple years before that. Yeah, more than 15 years. And of course, I thought I liked red, so I painted it red. Of course, now I can't stand it, so we'll sandblast it off and do something different. But it's a 350. It was in his, I believe he said his IROC Camaro. So it's a TPI, two-port injection. I bought an Offenhauser manifold to put on to go carbureted, but the manifold doesn't actually even fit this, so that'll go on my wife's motor. And if y'all remember from the last episode, her motor was a dud, cracked block. So I am today's Sunday, Tuesday, I'm going to pick up another 283, and hopefully that block is all right. And we'll see, we'll find out. We'll do this journey together. Anyway, we're gonna take it apart. All I wanna do is get it so it moves. I think she's locked up now. She's been sitting so long. Oh, it's already on here. He had, I guess the storage room it was sitting in got a bunch of condensation in it, and one or two of the cylinders may have a little rust in it, even though it's brand new. We'll take a look at that in just a minute. Nothing is on here very tight. I just sort of threw it together knowing I was gonna have to do this eventually. The original purpose of this motor was supposed to go into my Datsun 280Z. Never got around to that. I must have tightened them down. I think these are factory stuff. Quit. These are factory bolts, I believe. Yeah, they're not ARPs. So, they'll eventually get replaced, but for now, we'll hang on to them. They did use Loctite though, of some sort. Now he had somebody rebuild it. He didn't rebuild it. Don't think I trust if he rebuilt it. And these are just your typical smogger heads, I think. What is it? 14101083. They're not aluminum, that's for sure. They weigh a ton. Yeah, that's where the rust is in that one. All the valves, everything was gone over. Oh, but they weigh a ton. Good thing we didn't start it. I left that in there. And actually, it's not that bad in here. I must have cleaned it out when I found out it was rusted. But we can dingle ball it just to make sure. We probably should have tried to see if it would turn over before I did all this to make it more exciting, huh? Oh well, live and learn. You can see where the moisture's gotten in here, just sort of ran down into it. Nice little rust bubbles. Heavy. Where I'm out of shape. No, we know where I'm out of shape. We know that. These were new head gaskets. I mean, they've never been torqued down. Sunday morning, neighbor is doing something. All right. Okay. I must have gotten the rust out of here when I took a look at it when I first got it, but oh, she's dirty. She is dirty. I did not do a very good job of keeping her clean. I probably shouldn't even turn her over. All right, let's take a look at these. Looks like she's 30 over. That's the front. I'm saying that just because that's where they're pointing. I'm trying to see what make it is. It's got a little emblem on it. Oh, you know what? That's Summit Racing. I think that's Summit Racing's emblem. Anyway, let me bring you over here and show you. All right, hopefully this focuses. Bringing it in. Now we're upside down, but 30 over, and there's the emblem. Now if you look at it, cylinder walls still look good, you know. I think it was this one and this one that had a little rust in it. But as you see, they look pretty good now. Definitely no oil left in them, so we definitely aren't going to turn. Oh no, here, look. You can see that ridge? It's just a discoloration. There's nothing there. I say that, but underneath it looks like there's more. We'll find out in a few minutes. We'll flip her over now. Oh, where's she turning? Hello. Oh, there we go. A little heavy, that's all. No, need that. Oh, I know. I used to have a handle I used to do this with. Now I just prefer to use, you know, my back. This one has an insert in it too. I just noticed that. And by this I'm referring to where the oil filter goes. Boy, somebody did a crap job of prepping this before paint, huh? Paint's just flaking off. Alright, here's my goal for this one. This one is going in my truck, my hot rod truck, that we will build one of these days. But right now, I want to see what the motor's like. So what we're going to do is we're going to redo this. We're going to refreshen it, reseal it, and attempt to start it on a stand. I'm going to make a stand for it. Oh, wait a minute, you can't even see me, can you? I'm going to attempt to make a stand for it. There's literally a cockroach in there. Literally. It appears to have a little bit of oil on her. I tried to coat this in oil when I took it apart and put it back together originally. But that was, you know, a long time ago. Long before I knew what the hell I was doing. Not that I know much more now. Let me tell you, these damn things are worth their weight in gold nowadays. It's like 40 bucks to replace that. This breather tube looks like it is plugged up with rust and sludge. Well, you gotta take it apart anyway, right? Let's put you right there. And make sure I got enough room to set all this stuff down, because I set it all here for the purpose. Harmonic balancer, I think, is just sitting there. Yeah, there's nothing on it. There we go. She was barely on there, and that thing was rusted. I hit it. That's why I'm hitting it back. Just so you know. I think the one upgrade I would like to do to this though is get rid of the timing chain and put on a the timing gear. You know, the two gears that go together. That's what I think I'd like to do. I hope y'all can see this from that angle. No, you can't. I apologize. I sort of jumped the gun, moving in so close. Hello, dummy. And that was a chrome one that I sanded and painted because I do not like chrome. Alrighty, so that's a new cam gear. That's crank gear, excuse me. Crank gear. I'm just looking right now, sorry guys. I haven't been in here in a long time. Alright, let's remove the oil pump next. Need my socket. Actually, I need this one. Hopefully it didn't shear off. What do you know? This oil pump says USA on the bottom of it. Doesn't mean it was made in the USA, but it says USA on it. We will look at that. Ooh, all this shit is rusty. Excuse my French. See? And then this is just from sitting in there, just from moisture. That's nasty. I mean, that is not just like on the surface, that is down in there. And then if you look at the screen, see what I mean by the rust in there? I think we just do good to replace that. What goes here? Because that is like caked full of crap. Does this thing even turn? We just might need a whole new oil pump. She does turn freely. I don't know. Depending on how much oil pump we might just go ahead and replace her. Alright, now, what am I looking at here? Have y'all ever seen the bottom of a crank welded? Let me show y'all something and see what you think. Okay, I was just taking a gander at the top of the crank. And you come across, you look, okay, yeah, I get it, all right. And then you come to here. What in the hell is that? That is welded, like after the fact. Have y'all ever seen that? I mean, my guess would be somebody balancing it, but what the hell, dude? If you look down in here, it actually looks like there's still grease on the cam. And of course there's paint flakes, thanks to me. But the cam still looks like it's greased up. Can you see it? I'm trying to get my bearings here. Yeah, down there. See? Alright. Well, maybe at least that part's gonna be alright. Now, I did know, I forgot to tell you something. When I got this from him, he told me it had a bigger cam put in it. The pistons, obviously. But he gave me the paperwork for the camshaft. And I forgot to look it up last night because I was gonna spout it off to y'all today. I don't know jack all about camshafts and lifts and all that kind of crap, but I was gonna look it up and let you know in case you knew. Just to let you know what's in here. Very interesting. Looks like this unscrews from the side here. I mean, I'm not familiar with it, that's why I'm going over it, guys. I mean, we did do the one in the Corvette, but I mean, we didn't go this deep. Is this gonna be 5/8 also? Yes, it is. Get some leverage. Oh, some leverage. That's not gonna work. Sometimes you just need a little help. But all right, now, I know I gotta do the pistons first, but I was just, you know, doing my thing. Now, I do have a specialty set specifically for these. For 7/16. There we go. Nice and tight. Hold on a second. Make sure she got enough juice. Now she does. Let's just get them loose first. All right, some of these are not gonna go. They're gonna need some assistance. But right off the bat, we're gonna look at this, and this is going to be number 1. She's definitely lubed up still, but she definitely needs to be redone. You know, it half looks like I re-greased this years ago, but I don't remember specifically. So we shall be careful. Uh-oh. Yeah, she is stuck. We probably should have unstuck her first, huh? All right, I forgot to turn the camera back on. I've taken the first 2 out. Of course, remembering to keep them in order and in the correct direction. Next is going to be number 3. All right, keeping her in the right direction. And then the other 2, yep, they push out. They're just a little stiff. You need some coaxing. I don't think we have to worry about them falling out, that's for sure. Scrape my wrist, sorry. Probably a better way to do this. I don't know what it is though. I don't want to push anything down in there that's going to mess anything up. Yep, there we go. That worked better. I'm just putting the caps back on. Ah. Perfect. See, just that easy. Alrighty. That's what we were doing, removing that. That's the rear cap. Yep. All right. Then we just have this little booger to take care of. we don't have much time. We only got 19% left on this battery. So let's at least get it apart and we'll take a lunch break. I can only go one way. And then, last but not least, dun dun dun. I'm glad I did that because somebody dropped a bearing. Let's get you in for a closer look and we'll take a look at these cylinders. Okay, this is what we have. Just little spots from it sitting. Like right there, you can see a few little spots on the wall, but it's still got its cross hatching. That's a bigger rust spot. I am thinking, now the dirt you see is the crap that was just from the outside here that had gone down. So now here, so it had, that's probably the worst one. Rusted both sides. Still has plenty of cross hatching in there. I think if we just dingle ball this one, should be good. All right, but look at the lifters. Yeah, they're rough looking. We'll have to figure that out. Ta-da! All right, now for the next phase. Ooh, me falling on my ass. That would have been funny. Let's start by cleaning up what we've got here. Roll the way for a second. All right. We're just gonna clean up a little bit. Make things a little more presentable. And then we'll put them back together. One thing at a time. I don't even know that you want to watch this. Ooh, nothing like the smell of old oil. Ugh. Right up there with gear oil. And you know what? I'll bring you guys back in a minute. You don't need to record all this shit. All right, we got all the pistons, the rods, the end caps, and the crank all cleaned up, except for that end. Once I cover everything up, I gotta do something about the rust on that end. Wire, wheel it, whatever. It's just the end cap, not the actual crank itself. All right, let's keep going. Alrighty, it's the next day. I didn't want to leave y'all without giving you a little information on what this motor has in it. All right, look up the casting number. This is an 87 to 95 two-port injection motor. Came out of an IROC, just like I said. Nothing special that I can tell. The heads are what came with it, stock. I did some reading and see if they were worth a crap, and it's hit or miss. Some people say yes, they're good. Some people say no, they're bad. Whatever. Now, what I do know, the pistons are Speed Pro forged pistons, and they're 30 over. You get them at Summit for $412. And here's something I figured out yesterday. The connecting rods are Eagle H-beam connecting rods. $518. Get them at Summit. What else did I find out? Nothing. I don't know anything else. I looked up my paperwork. I actually got my other laptop to work, found the file, and it was empty. So I have no idea what the cam is. None. And I really don't want to pull it out. Never done it before, so don't want to do it. Anyway, that's probably going to wrap it up. I've got parts on order, and we will throw this back together when they get here. Parts is a big issue on everything. We'll be getting back on the Corvette next, I believe. The final seal for the gearbox will be here today, so I can work on that this week and hopefully have it done for the next video. And then she'll be drivable again. And then hopefully by then, the parts for this motor will be in. And remember, tomorrow I'm going and picking up another motor, another 283. And from the pictures, it looks like shit. So we will be taking it apart and examining it to make sure we don't have another dud. All right, so if you made it this far, I appreciate it. Thanks for watching. This has been Whatever Garage, out.